Whatever you want in life, whatever your desires, whatever your dream is, whatever things that you just want, like objects or materialistic items that you kind of want, you should think in the realm of wanting it now instead of like, oh, when I work till this thing and do this and do that, and then I'll get that at that milestone. Like, for example, like if you want a Lamborghini, for example, think about renting. Like, instead of buying it, just keep thinking about renting it. Because while you're thinking, like, oh, when I do this and I'm successful or whatever, then I'll buy the Lamborghini or whatever. But, like, if you have a few $1,000s, you can rent it. You can rent the Lamborghini now. Because I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like, why are you waiting to do the things that you want to do, or you actually look forward to doing? Like, why do you delay them? Why do you delay the travel? Why do you delay the car? Why do you delay this? And you're like, well, because I can't afford it, Adi. I can't. What do you mean? I got to pay for things. No shit, bro. But I'm sure you've spent a couple $1,000s on drugs, alcohol, some other, like, partying, fucking Fortnite skins, Chun-Li. I don't fucking know what you're spending your money on, but it's some of it is going towards bullshit, right? We're all guilty of it. I've spent hundreds of dollars on stuff that I didn't need, right? So you're kidding yourself in lying to you straight to my fucking face if you're saying that there wasn't any money that was wasted on some, other materialistic item or whatever it was, right? We've all spent money where it was for pleasure instead of a necessity, right? But if you just saved or think about, like, okay, how much does renting a sports car cost, and then focus on that dream of, like, owning a sports car, you'll get a taste of it at least, or you'll get to experience it for a couple days. And I think that's an fucking amazing thing, right? It's like, that's what people do when they go traveling and rent things. Like, you don't buy anything, you just rent it. Oh, what's it like living in a house with, like, a backyard and a pool? Like, if you really want to know, you could, and you don't have anyone, you can just rent it. Like, I don't know if you want to do that, but, like, if you really want to know what it's like, I mean, you can just rent it. You don't have to spend $2-3 million on the house. Like, you could just rent the house. So I've just been kind of in my renting arc at the moment. Like, I don't own anything. I just rent everything. Like, this mouse, I didn't buy it, bro. I rent it. For 19 cents a day. I'm joking. I'm joking. But, obviously stuff like that, there's no point. But for, like, big things, like, and you might be thinking, oh, Adi, what do you fucking know? You're not rich or anything. I don't know, man. Like, rich people rent stuff, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They rent stuff, like, because, for example, let's bring it back to the Lamborghini analogy, or the Lamborghini example. When you rent it and you drive it a couple days, you'll get a taste. Firstly, you'll get a taste of what it's like, and then you'll be like, oh, that was cool, but I'm not really into it anymore. Or you'll be like, oh, this is so sick. Now I'm even more motivated. I want to work hard. I really want to lock in so I can actually buy this thing. You might be like that. And then you'll be like, you'll understand the actual reality of having it. You'll be like, oh, if I own it, then I'm going to be worried about it. Maintenance is going to be a bitch. I'm scared about it getting damaged, scratched, stolen, or whatever, right? The stresses of owning a car like that. And you'll be like, but I'm renting it. So it's all good, man. Like, it's all good. Like, you can literally enjoy it, and all you did was just pay some money, and then boom, you're on your way. Like, that's an experience that actually has an impact on your future, as opposed to if you just never rented it. Do you see what the difference is? Like, you have this dream of, like, oh man, a Nissan R35, like, GTR, that'd be so cool to own or whatever. It's like, I don't know, you might be able to just rent it and see for yourself, right? I'm trying to think of some other examples, but I can only think of like vehicles and property, right? Traveling, like. But yeah, that's what I was just thinking about the other day, where it's just like, don't wait for your dreams, like just try and do it now. There might be some things that you can do now, and if you can't do it now, it's something that you might be able to work towards, a little bit. Another thing is like, traveling, for example, like what's stopping you from just selling everything and leaving and just working overseas? Like, I'm pretty sure people do that all the time. Like, there's work visas and stuff. So it's like, if there's a will, there's a way. Like, you really got to open up your mind to the possibilities. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it now, but it's just a bit difficult. It's out of your comfort zone. It's a bit like you don't know what the fuck's going on, which is completely understandable. But like, when you're not aware of these, what other people are doing, like you don't realize what's possible. You don't realize what you can actually do. For example, if you want to buy a car, like I just mentioned, you can just rent it and see how it's going, what's going on with it. Like, is it something that you really want? And it could work in your favor by motivating you. Same thing if you want to travel the world, right? People can travel the world by doing YouTube travel vlogs or whatever, or do working visas, or like, those are the only two ways I can think of right now. Maybe there's more, but that's like the two ways I think about that I would do it, right? Like, just sell everything and then just travel and try and make money overseas. Then you can travel and check out all these different places, right? So it's a dream that you might be thinking in a long-term way, like, oh, when I get this job, then I'll make X amount of money, and then I'll pay all this off, and then I'll be able to travel. And it's like 5-10 years down the line. That's like, that sounds like hell. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna make it, right? You're not gonna actually achieve that goal in the current landscape of the world, right? But if you think more in the now, and for example, just renting the car or with the traveling, you can find a way to travel while also surviving, so there are options. I just kind of wanted to bring to light about, in your current state, you might think it's impossible, but one little piece of information, you can open up a whole different doors, or thinking about things in a different perspective can open up some more doors. So I just wanted to bring to light about a couple of those things. It's interesting to me, at least. I just thought about it, and maybe you have some interesting things to say. Put them in the comments. It's because in this day and age, it's insane, right? What going on nowadays, like, gone are the times where you can just save and pay off a house in a handful of years, right? Like back in our grandpa's age, right? Because if you're not going to be able to afford it in your whole entire lifetime, or it's going to take 10 billion gazillion lifetimes to actually buy the house or whatever, like, there's options. You can just get it now, or at least work towards it now in a more short-term scope, so to speak. So, but yeah, anyways, like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.